are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ERA Sunday Championship Round 3. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the man who put the bump, and the man who also put the ram in the ram-a-lam ding-dong, Michael Magus.
Thank you, Byron. I'm just trying to fix it so that there we go. I have a center course on the screen. And race control on the other screen. There you go.
Excellent.
Oh, hang on. Now I don't have a mouse. Let's get this handled before we get into the race.
I'd like to welcome everybody to a nice, genteel.
Okay, can you currently see the game?
I can see what used to be the game with the screen that says the host is doing something else right now. Please wait a moment.
That's very lame. All right. This is going to be.
You need to add it to your approved app settings.
The problem is that every time I swap over to the race control app, it is going to take the game away from you, even though it is still on my screen. Which is very
well, it goes as soon as you click back on it, it goes right back to whatever current action is. It's just it basically pauses things for me.
I know. I'm just saying though, without the auto direct option, I am going to be doing that a lot.
Delightful.
The only thing I can think of is we could reconnect Parsec and have you just come in full permissioned. That would make that wouldn't do it. No, even that wouldn't do it because it's on the other screen and you're only seeing this one.
You're on the other screen.
I mean, we could try that. Hang on. We apologize for this.
I have X'd out.
Okay, let me change my host setting.
I have very high technical level skills. I was able to hit that X.
Okay, I have turned the approved apps off, so you should just be able to see whatever's on the screen.
Dope.
That's the idea. That's the theory. And you may try to rejoin. I've accepted you. Can you see you can see the Parsec window?
I can see the Parsec window. I'm very majestic upon it.
Okay. I'm going to pull the game up. You can see that, I assume.
Tremendous.
And now I have race control up on the other one. Awesome! Problem solved!
Bing, bang, boom. RC is in the chat. RC the OG.
Indeed. Number one fan.
No, she's only 14.
She's not 14. She's a university-educated person.
16 then. It's like Doogie Howser. You kids don't know what Doogie Howser is.
All right. Well, right now, the top man on the time charts is in front of you here in the Porsche, Damian Maroney. These are all, well, not all new names to me. I recognize some people from other communities and so on, but we will probably struggle with some names periodically if we get anything wrong. Please let us know, obviously.
Who's this weird Stewart guy?
That would be the man who brought us here, Adam Stewart.
What?
See anybody else super familiar to us? I think Adam Stewart's probably the only one. I believe. Okay, it's James Evan.
Wiley may be a coyote, we're not sure.
Indeed. Wiley Coyote, that would be good. All right, everybody, how we doing? We're at Watkins Glen, super wet. This is our first gig with the ERA people. And if we refer to them as ESR, please forgive us. It's what we're used to.
There's a lot of E's out there.
A lot of E's out there. If the audio levels need to be changed, please let us know. They seem good.
Another ESR.
Yeah, ESR, Esports Racing Argentina.
So we got ESR, we got ERA, and we got ESRA. EIEIO.
Indeed.
Somebody please make an EIEIO racing league.
That'd be good. Old McDonald's Racing League.
And no, everybody just has to drive the McDonald's pinned cars.
Speaking of which, let me see if I can find him here. I noticed a name earlier. I don't know if he's on the server still. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald McDonald in the house.
Cha-cha. Ronaldo.
In qualifying, if there's any driver you want us to have a pop in with, please, let us know. Obviously, there's no action to follow necessarily, so we're just kind of hopping around, letting everyone have their moment in the sunshine as much as we can.
What about that David Lee Roth guy?
David Lee Roth, you say? He's in the pits, but we'll take a look at him when he pops out. He's in the pit lane, so we'll let him be for now. He's not presentable yet.
And number 9 in program, Mr. B. Badass. I believe it's French.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, I have some shocking
bearded X badass. There you go.
Oh, is it? Nice. All right.
Driving the lovely driving one of the Audi R8s. I'm not sure if that's the most up to date R8 or if that's one of the older ones. They hint. I love the Audi R8, but the versions of it in this game don't look overly different, so it is pretty much impossible to state. Although that one does look old. The side bodywork is a little bit less pronounced, so that might be one of the older ones.
I need giant bladed fins shooting out of the sides at all times.
So you have commentated on Watkins Glen before, but I assume you don't particularly remember it.
Not at all. For anybody new to the dynamic, I know 2 things about racing: jack and shit. Mike is a nerd and remembers the finish of every race known to mankind all the way back to ancient Greece. I do know stuff about cars, some stuff, but in terms of, this is probably the first time I've seen an actual track map of this course. And I probably won't remember in about 2 weeks. Unless, of course, I try and recreate it.
The lower left or lower right quadrant is called the boot. So,
Very nice.
Indeed.
It's a good thing this is in Italy.
This is in America.
Oops, somebody went a little funny.
Oop, yeah. Bearded badass taking a run to the pit lane. Okay, let's see here. Who do we want to follow now? Ooh, interesting. This is a multi-class deal. I didn't know that. Linus Anderson is in a GT4 car. Intriguing. I thought we were just doing GT3s.
Actually, we're doing GT19s.
So he'll probably be at the back. Although you know what? He's only like 2 seconds off pole in a car that is like designed to be slow. Oh no, you know what it is? So that is the Ford Mustang, I do believe, and that is new to the game. And I'm wondering if maybe there's a race control app differential because it doesn't have a logo beside it. I think the race control app that we're using to watch the race is not up to date with the Mustangs. I think that is actually just I think that's just a GT3 car that is appearing wonky on our timing charts, which I will ignore. And there you go.
Very nice. Oh, Monsieur Denny Hook.
Denny Hook. I think I have seen Denny Hook before. I feel like I've raced against somebody with that name.
Yeah, perhaps a riverboat captain.
Could be Milestone. Very good. I will say the large number of custom, very blank liveries is irritating my OCD, but hey, whatever. It is what it is.
Black cars look better.
So when you have a car that looks like that, Byron, that means that somebody is running a custom livery that I just don't have. So it's just, you can see how many like just blank black cars there are. Not a lot of people on track right now, which is good for James Evans as he's out there plowing away. Currently in 6th place in the McLaren. That's a 720, I believe. Yeah. The 650, if I recall correctly, is a little fatter. Be nice if I could get like we have the logos obviously for all the car makes, Ford, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Porsche, BMW, McLaren, etc. But there are multiple cars from those makes in this game that are legal for this race. So it would be nice if that was also provided. But alas, that is not. It's not how we do right now. Any Jags? No one's running the Jag. Oh, there is a Lexus. Okay, there is a Lexus. Ike Sky, you are my new hero. This is my favorite car in the game. Lexus
LX 4.5.
It's the RCF. Also, I like the team name, Logistical Nightmare Tarot.
Very nice.
The Lexus is the car that I raced to the Silver Championship back in 3D Speed, so it's got a soft spot in my heart.
What about the Lotta?
There are no Ladas in this game, unfortunately.
So, I've been watching, as people anybody who knows me knows that I've been keeping up very closely with the war in Ukraine. And there's one guy on YouTube called Sukamimus, and he's very droll and British, and keeps referring to these because the Russians have no equipment. They're trash. It trashed here everything, and so they're running these old Soviet, like 70s Soviet era vans to try and transport things, and he keeps calling them Scooby-Doo vans, and I can't unsee it. It's so funny. And I assume that they make them in the same factory that they make Ladas, but who knows? RC wants to see the Zilla.
I know, I'm looking for the Zilla. We have a long list of drivers here, so it's not all fitting on one page. I'm looking for the Zilla logo. Where's the Zilla? Where are you? There it is. Mr. Lewis Knight. Oh, look at that. Godzilla Racing. Yes. The Nissan GTR.
We got Denny Hook in chat. He is pissed. He practiced a hell of a lot.
Oh, the dry line is gone. Yeah, of course the dry line is gone. It's raining cats and dogs out there, my man.
Are the cats okay?
Cats are okay. Oh, Lewis Knight moves into second place in the Godzilla. There you go.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very mindful.
Oop. Falling to second place or third place as Reynolds, unknown first name. Skirt Reynolds. Driving the I have not driven the Ford Mustang in this game. I really, really should. I feel like it'll be really fun. Not necessarily.
I do enjoy the Skirt Reynolds. Very nice. There's a video game called Firewatch, and in it you can just come across a tortoise, and you have it'll let you. It's one of those kind of pick your own adventure games, and one of the selections to name the thing is Turt Reynolds.
Federico Calgaro in the Lamborghini has taken second place. So it seems like there's a great deal of competition for that second place on the grid. It changed like 4 times while we've been watching. But they are all trying to catch up with Mr. Maroney, who is finally not purple in all 3 sectors. Calgaro is now the fastest in Sector 3.
Goose update, he's asleep on top of the bookcase still.
Oh, a quick rundown here. So this is server 2 for ERA, which means we have gold, silver, and bronze drivers here. The diamond and platinums get their own like server to go play and let the others actually do okay.
What about the guys like Graphite and Wood?
There is an Iron Racer here, but I've been told that there's only one, so we won't really be referencing that as a class at all. Also, there's a problem within the game where there's an inability to have a 4th number plate type. So you can't get an iron dedicated one. So we will not know who the iron guy is until he makes himself known, Angus. Lewis Knight just went fastest in the second sector, taking second place. And your boy, David Roth, is the fastest in Sector 3. It is up into third place.
Go ahead and jump.
Also, we have a new podium a pole sitter. It is Skirt Reynolds, who is now the fastest in Sector 1 and is on the top of the pile. Anyways, I was getting to the number plates. White number plate equals a gold driver. Silver number plate equals a silver driver. That's the gray there, like car number 918. And red is a bronze driver, like Maroney. Which is surprising to see Maroney as a bronze driver, because he's been up at the top of the time charts pretty much the whole time. So, if I may be so bold, I feel a promotion might be coming in.
The baloney pony Maroney coming for that ass.
Indeed.
I do enjoy the fact that they have Iron League. That is very, very slapshot. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Iron is, of course, a rating in real life that is related to age, which, of course, with sim racing is a little bit hard to do because someone claims that they're old enough to be an Iron driver. How do you, what do you do to verify that? What at what point are you like getting too picky?
Just send a guy to their house to check them out and break the kneecaps.
For example, Rick Martel would qualify as a Iron driver.
This guy's 27. He ain't no Iron driver, and just take a bat right to his knees.
New man in third place is the Aston Martin of Ashley Wilson, although that could be a female, actually, I guess now. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a little bit of latency, I think. I don't think they actually hit the wall. I will say I'm gonna have to talk with the admins at ERA because they don't seem to know how to get around the blank flag issue on their custom entry list. So I do.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's one of those things. It's not in the README, so a lot of people don't know how to do it. But that's why you see where it says 98 there for Skirt Reynolds, and beside it we have like just that blank box.
Oh yeah,
that's where a flag is supposed to go, indicating your nationality. The fact that everybody's is blank is it just means that they're using a custom entry list that is overwriting their player selected flags and not letting them appear.
Maybe homeboy's stateless. Maybe you just.
I was thinking that when I saw the first one, but now as you can see, like Sky, Mr. Bellet, Patrick Bellis, Maroney, they all have the blank flag. So I suspect that this is not a by choice discussion. By the way, 2 purple sectors for Federico Calgaro. He is fastest in the first and the third sector and fastest overall. New fastest time of 1:56.405. I do like that livery. It's just one of the in-game created liveries, but it looks good. You can mix and match different paint types in this game. It's not just picking colors, but you can pick different textures. And I think he's done an excellent job of handling that. Although I was gonna say the Zilla just took pole, but he held it for a very, very short time because now David Roth is your man at the front. 55.997, first person into the 55s here today, at least in qualifying.
He's listening to Panama the entire time he's racing.
Might be. Interesting note that we're not used to because we have guys like Tobias Thierolf to commentate on, and they just kind of dominate. We have a fastest car in all 3 sectors, which is interesting. Fastest in the first sector is the man we're looking at right now, David Roth. Fastest in the second sector is Calgaro, and fastest in the third sector is Knight.
You think he's got kids? They could be Rothschilds.
They could be. We have got 40 cars in the server, it should be mentioned.
That's kind of a good number. I like that. Especially because 28 of them are going out on that first corner.
I mean, so you're not necessarily... Well, this is a rolling start, so we should have a relatively peaceful start, but we'll see.
Boring.
Unfortunately, I don't think this game supports a standing start. Because This is the official game of the GT World Championship, the Fanatec GT World Championship, and they use a rolling start. So, unlike Race Room, which is like, every kind of conceivable racing on the planet, this is a licensed game. So,
well, maybe they should get a license to chill.
they reflect the rules of the real life Fanatec series.
Boring.
So David Roth is out. We're running out of time here, by the way. Everyone's pretty much on their last lap. There are a number of cars.
Stadium trucks.
See if David Roth can improve on his time. Here we go. I'm going to go with no. I just looked at his delta, and no, he was not particularly close. All right, let's get on board with Calgaro. Hang on. Who's running a good lap? Oh, boy. We have not looked at this individual, but Flynn Van Holland is currently going to beat his time by 1.5 seconds. So that would be big because he's currently in 13th place. And if he could take that 1.4 that he's got right now off, he'll be in the top 5. Let's see what he can do here. The purple does look good on the Porsche. Here we go. Cross the line. Last chance. And he does jump up into 2nd place. Fantastic lap from Flynn Van Holland, the top silver qualifier by the looks of it. Although it's not over. Skirt Reynolds is currently 1 second up in his time, which would be enough for pole. Can he do it?
Can he dance around that pole?
He is on a pace to become the 2nd person to break into the 55s here. To the final straight. Here we go. Mustang is going to go move up and take pole position.
Dang.
Skirt Reynolds with the big one. No fastest sectors, though. And on pole. Interesting. Just seeing if anybody else is out there. Qualifying is... Oh, no. Everybody is done. They are in the pits or have been shown the checkered flag. So it will be Skirt Reynolds on pole, followed by David Roth, Flynn Van Hollen, Lewis Knight, Federico Calgaro, Pontus Bodine, very Swedish, and then Oaks. Sorry, we are unable to pull the first names while the session turns over here. Gale, Wilson, and Ronald McDonald will round off the top 10. Let's see, what is the car to beat today? It looks like it probably is the Porsche. We got, 4 Porsches in the top 10? So it seems like that's the strongest car. Lamborghini making a good showing of itself. Of course, it's not all about the car because, as RC will tell you, the Nissan is not good, and we have a Nissan in 4th place. So that's a tribute to Mr. Knight for a fantastic lap. The Nissan's issues, it hasn't been updated. It hasn't been updated in a bit, so it's just kind of an older car. Rocking the Rising Sun livery. With different colors, of course.
There is a house in New Orleans.
They call the Rising Sun.
Hey, you almost did that on tune and on time.
It happens every once in a while.
Every now and again, the purple moon rises over Tokyo.
I mean, my problem is I'm just tone deaf.
You're not wrong. It's the only explanation I've got.
Off mic for a moment as I battle with getting my damn Gatorade open.
Use teeth. Just bite the whole top.
I'm tempted. Okay.
Use one of your hundreds of razor sharp swords to just cut it off.
My swords are not here, actually. I keep them at my friend's place because he's got a proper weapons cabinet.
Ooh, tasty.
I do own 4 swords, for those curious.
All of them are named Steve.
Well, I don't name them anything.
Cheese Destroyer.
It'd be an interesting name for a sword. Okay, so... Oh, we got penalties. Interesting.
Already?
Oh, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how you can get a penalty already.
Is this from like a previous race or something?
Could be. I didn't see anything in the rules about that, but I'm not going to lie, I could have missed it. Skurt Reynolds, David Roth, Flynn Van Hollen, Lewis Knight, Federico Calgaro, Pontus Bodine, Richard Oakes. I think I've raced with Richard Oakes before. Matt Gale, Ashley Wilson, and Ronald McDonald, your top 10. Let's see here. Top bronze driver is Damian Maroney. He fell down the order late, but hey, 14th is still pretty damn solid. And you can see there's no bronze drivers like anywhere near him. The next highest is Miles Stone. So good on you. Oh, there is. Okay, I can pull off drivers with first names. Okay, I just got to change the view. Okay. That helps me.
Jack Brody is playing some games.
Row 6, Isaac Jordan and Nicholas Peroche. That's how I'm going to go with it. I don't know if that's correct. Row 7, Mark Jones, Damian Maroney. Row 8, A. Rajvashi and John Samuels. Row 9, Ike Sky and Patrick Bellis. Row 10, Steve Tetley. Cue the T jokes. And Lucas Geese. Row 11, Elshong Perry and Chris Cow. Row 12, Dennis Hook, who was in our chat earlier, and Jack Biddle. Row 13, Samuel Jardine. We got a Jardine, Byron.
Very nice.
And Stuart Parsons. Row 14, Miles Stone and Linus Anderson. Row 15, Finley Gable and James Evans. Row 16, Robert Volt and Chris Stancer. Row 17, Tobias Wagner and Sean Young. Row 18, Bearded X Badass and Matthew East. Row 19, sorry, had to do math there for a moment. Adrian Marood and Grant Brightly. And at the back of the pack, we have Adam Stewart and Professional Hater bringing up the rear. If anyone in the chat knows what's the deal with the penalties, please let me know. Parsons apparently has a stop-go penalty. I have to imagine that if there's a stop-go penalty in play, that it's just like penalties from a prior race. It's my assumption.
Are you going to do the stop-go right here on the blocks? Because that'd be funny.
It looks like we are actually going with a standing start. So I guess standing start has been enabled in ACC since I last played. So Byron's happy.
Means gonna drive all over the herd of frogs at the corner. And
means
die.
More carnage. I'm going to turn on relative timing because that is obviously going to be more useful than overall timing for the race purposes.
I demand fractal timing. We do have confirmation from Mr. Ward that the penalties are from a previous race.
Excellent.
And that these are clearly bad people.
Well, our front row has a 5-second and a 15-second penalty, respectively. So that'll be interesting. I'm assuming this is a formation lap because the green flag has not gone yet. Either that or I'm having a game malfunction, which, I mean, both are possible, but I do... Yeah. The driver behavior suggests that this is this is the formation lap. So we're doing full rolling start. I like that. Thank you, Mr. Ward, for the information. If you have anything else you would like to add that we don't appear to know, please let us know. We were kind of given this gig a little bit on short notice, so there is definitely going to be some little elements that I'm not going to be super familiar with. Skurt Reynolds will lead the way in the Mustang, from Roth in the Ferrari. Then it is Van Hollen's Porsche and Knight's Nissan. And a Lamborghini rounds off the top 5. That is Calgaro, who has fallen a fair bit behind, to be honest. Shows up on my timing screen is almost a full second behind, catching up now.
We have a correction. Georgie is a Mrs., not Mr.
Apologies.
Perhaps
Apologies.
Georgie could also inform us, is Ashley
Wilson.
also a lady? And, we are unclear, and we do commentate on people from Europe, which have different naming conventions sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was the male Ashley in Top Shot as well.
Correct.
The Marine, right? I think it was a Marine.
Yep. I believe so.
Very badass looking individual. Finished like, I don't know, 9th place or something?
I can't remember. Could be.
I have that kind of memory.
Nerd. Well done.
There's something weird going on with Ronald McDonald's timing, so hopefully that sorts itself out, but we'll find out. I apologize if there's any issues with the timing in-game. I have forgotten my hotkeys. That'll be something I'll refresh myself with next time. I have not touched ACC from a spectator standpoint in ages. So, also, this is not the computer I usually play ACC on. There's a sim rig to my right, which is the actual racing machine. This is just the production machine. So, they have different keys anyways, because obviously there's no steering wheel attached to this particular computer. So that might be throwing us off. I might have to adjust that in game as opposed to this. So Byron, do you want to watch in TV2 Helicam or TV1?
Helicam, obviously.
Helicam engaged. Helicam engaged. The green light has been given, and here we go. Reynolds leads the way. It is Van Holland in the purple Porsche looking to make a move into second place on David Roth. He will not. And we do proceed in order of qualifying with the top 3. Calgaro up a spot into 4th place, apparently. That has not been affixed on your screen because they will have to reach the Sector 1 timing line before that adapts. But Calgaro has overtaken Knight.
He gone.
Also, note, I have an incident log, and we have the ability to do replays, Byron.
Nice.
As you can see,
like a full hour of crash.
On lap 1, we are going to get some messed up timing here. You can see what I mean. As everybody's crossing the line, they're actually putting the cars at the back ahead. And the pit window's open. Okay, so we got a full race pit window, basically. So here we go. Well, I shouldn't say here we go. That's for the start of the race. But pit strategy is on. Yeah.
I goed before I left home.
I do have up-to-date timing on the race control app. It's just it communicating it to the game is not really, sadly, not really a great option. That is the one thing. That's the one thing I would like changed. It's a realism thing because in real life racing, the timing gets updated every sector as opposed to like real time. And I think this ACC kind of took that a little bit too far, if you know what I mean? Because there's no reason technically that should happen. Taking a look back at the Nissan of Lewis Knight, started in 4th place, is back in 5th place. Having lost a spot to Calgaro, but leads Oaks. Bodine is down a spot. Wilson's up to 8th. Gale and Jordan into the top 10. So fastest lap that lap. Again, starting lap, so not a relative time. 59.505. That would be by, of course, leader Skirt Reynolds. Oh, I think I found out what happened with Ronald McDonald. I have a log entry here of a car disconnecting for Ronald McDonald, so
Oops.
that could explain. Yeah, we've lost 3 cars. We're down to 37. Ronald McDonald is running, so they have managed to reconnect. That's good. Down in 14th place, but some technical issues there. Somebody is off the track. Reynolds still in the lead. Looking to see if there's any like side-by-side action going on, but I am not seeing anything. Not seeing anything supremely close. Everybody's pretty close. Like, we're talking the largest gaps in the field are like, well, there's a 2.8 second gap between 2 cars, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty tight. But there's nothing. Maybe here. Matt Gale, very close to Pontus Bodine. And Pontus Bodine, very close to Oaks. So 3-way battle for 6th place.
Winner gets an extra toaster strudel.
That would be interesting. A couple of cars are in the pit lane, suggesting that they have had problems. Although, I mean, to be honest, with the track this wet, I suspect we'll see some pit action.
Are they going to be served pizza pops in the pit lane?
I imagine you could.
Just throw it right in his helmet. Open the visor, throw it in, close the helmet.
McDonald overtook Damian Maroney for 13th place. Maroney has fallen quite a bit back, so I suspect that might have been an off. Oh, pardon me, it's Maroney who overtook McDonald. My apologies. My apologies. I like how I see who's on an invalid lap right now. That helps out. Means that they have cut the track at some point, or, you know, otherwise went off.
Is it true that if they cut on the track, they would be immediately executed?
No, that is not true.
A likely story. That's what you want us to believe.
Oop, nice little move there by Matt. Oh, well, I was going to say nice little move by Matt Gale, but actually the one who's going to take advantage of that is going to be the Mustang of Isaac Jordan, who overtakes both cars. And also in the mix there is the Lexus of Sky. Gale losing out the worst there. Bodine regains his spot more or less, just ends up behind Isaac Jordan. But otherwise, the big winner is Isaac Jordan, up at his 7th place. We also have a battle between Professional Hater. Professional Hater is sporting the full-on John Player Special livery. I enjoy that as a fan of Lotus back in the day. I mean, mind you, I was not alive when Lotus had that livery. I feel the need to clarify that, but I was a big fan of looking at that car in historical photographs. Maroney overtaking Ravashni. We can get a replay on that. Instant replay, 30 seconds back. Hopefully it catches it. So the car we're looking at there is the 334 of Maroney, looking to overtake the Lamborghini of, or not the Lamborghini, the other Porsche of Raj in the 918. I think that, oh, well, there's your answer. Raj went into the wall. Sorry, Raj. Didn't mean to point out your mess up there. I thought we were going to get an overtake. We didn't. We got an overtake, but it wasn't quite the type I wanted.
Always picking on Raj Vanchi. So cruel. Every time we do commentary for these people, picking on Raj Vanchi.
I mean, that might become a thing. You never know.
is now a running joke. Welcome to it.
Fastest lap of the race by David Roth. 54.88, which is faster than pole time was in qualifying. Not surprising, because, of course, the track is exceptionally wet, and therefore we will probably see everybody do their best laps here rather than in qualifying as the dry line starts to appear as the cars suck the water off of the racing line.
Deploy the frogs.
That, of course, does limit overtaking opportunities because, of course, we, do have a very wet off line, which is not really working. Also in the pits, we have Stuart Parsons, and we also have Miles Stone. So they are coming in for an early pit stop. Let's pick up with our leader. Skurt Reynolds still leading the way in the Mustang. Has built up a pretty decent lead, 1.3 seconds on the live timing over David Roth. They are catching up to the back markers there. That is, at a guess, I'm going to say no. That is not last place Chris Stancer. So that is, hang on. Let's have a look at the relative here. I don't know. That was, here we go. That was John Samuels in the yellow Lamborghini getting lapped. So, getting out of the way.
You tell him, John Sam.
Raj Vashi is falling back further, so I wonder if there was another contact with the wall.
Oh, see, this is just a Rajvanshi, not the
Raj Vashi. Also, Ike Sky falling back as well, so maybe a contact with the wall for the Lexus driver. This is an incredibly this is an intense track. So in the wet, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a number of cars running into trouble with the barriers as we pick up Matt Gale on the hunt against Pontus Bodine in the Porsche up ahead of him, the 960. They're also okay. They're a fair ways behind Isaac Jordan now. Jordan's making great headway. Gale looking for the overtake. Bodine goes quite wide. And they are side by side through the S. And that's going to be an overtake for Matt Gale. Also looking for a way past is Jones. My apologies, I do not know what the M stands for. It is Mark Jones, who I don't believe we've had a look at throughout this race.
It's Mike Jones.
Oh! Bodine off the track. That'll cost him. That's going to cost some spots to Jones, Maroney, maybe McDonald?
Bun.
Never mind. McDonald had an off of his own, actually, so that saved him.
You think Budden's from Baden-Baden? That's why he's driving the Porsche?
Possible. Although Bodine is a Swedish name, so.
Well, I suppose that might.
Ooh, Skurt Reynolds is suddenly under major pressure from David Roth. So Roth, who did put up the best lap of the race and was no, he was much slower last lap. I don't know what's happened. Must have been a check the log.
The acute pancreatitis attack.
No mention on the log of any problems. So interesting. Roth pulling away. So this could also be just a difference in handling. Obviously, a Ferrari versus a Ford has a greatly different handling metrics. And Maroney is on the attack. Looking to make a move on Mark Jones. Got a pack of Porsches here battling from 8th place down to 11th. Gale, Jones, Maroney, and Bodine. Pit stop for Sky in the Lexus. See, who's the highest pitted car at the moment? So we're looking at... Oh, whoa. There's a great difference in pit stops here. All right, so Byron, the fastest pit stop is owned by Steve Tetley. 1 minute, 3 seconds. The longest is 2 minutes, 29.
That seems excessive on both counts.
That's big differential. Sky is currently in the pits. We'll see how Sky does. Looks like it's going to be slower than Tetley's. Already stationary for longer. Oh! Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Are
Nope,
pit stops
is longer.
supposed to take like less than 10 seconds?
That is F1 pit stops you're thinking of, sir. That is not the case with our boys, the GT cars. They take a little longer.
Tetley going for some crumpets. You've got any biscuits?
Isaac Jordan has picked up another spot up into 6th place, overtaking Oaks. Was it Richard Oaks? Am I right? I'm right. The names are starting to penetrate my dome.
It's actually Torin Oaks.
Torin Oaks? That'd be a bit weird. See if there's anything battling going on lower in the field. Not really. Sorry, guys at the back, but you got to give me something to look at if you want me to put you on camera. Elshong Perry is putting the pressure on Jardine for 13th place. Is the closest battle at the moment. Never mind. Lewis Knight looking to get onto the podium here against the purple Porsche, one of your favorite liveries, of Flynn Van Hollen.
Purple Porsche with the people eaters in it.
See if the Godzilla can take the Porsche here. Doesn't look like it. The pressure seems to have eased off for now, but I feel like we'll be back with this battle before long. But for now, we'll check out Matt Gale for the Porky Racing Team. There are no actual racing teams in this series, but, you know, I'm using the names provided. On the tail of Richard Oakes, and under pressure from Mark Jones. That's Isaac Jordan just ahead of them in the Mustang. Isaac Jordan was pulling away from them, but is now back with them, so that's interesting. Seems like neither of the Mustangs have greatly consistent pace. David Roth is falling back, but it's because he's coming into the pit lane.
The whole way into the pit lane?
Elshong Perry has gotten the job done. Let's hit a 15-second replay. And we'll see how that happened. Perry in the black car. Jardine in the Lexus.
Woo, just went for it. Gone.
There you
Thank
go.
You and good night.
There we go.
This is called a gas pedal.
All right. See here. Has the fastest pit time been beaten? Nope. Close. Mr. Stone got a pit stop in 1 minute 6. It is still the 1 minute 3 of Tetley, though. That is the best of the bunch. Heading on here through the Watkins Glen Loop. And Elshong Perry might have gotten past Jardine, but Jardine wants that spot back. Also, for the keen of eye, you can see the dry line is starting to form. That's where the darker colored part of the track is starting to come in, where the water is being pushed away by these cars. And that is also why we will see faster times as the race goes on, because the cars are clearing more water off the track than the rain is replenishing.
Just get your guy out there with the tiger torch. Just dry it off a little bit.
Just looking through the field here, seeing if we got a good battle going on, but there's a lot of close fights, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing quite simmering. Oh, whoa, hang on. Isaac Jordan is caught up to Richard Oakes. Oakes got past Jordan while we were not looking. Now, I assume that the error was made by Jordan. His last lap time was a 2:05.342 and illegal, which to me suggests that he hit the wall. This seems to be simmering down a little bit. We'll get some Godzilla time because I know our audience wants the Zilla. By the way, we have other cams. If anybody has requests, there's TV Cam 1, TV Cam 2, the bumper cam, the bonnet cam, the wing cam. I don't know why we'd ever use this one. The interior cam, I don't really know why we'd ever use this one. Driver cam and passenger cam. Go TV Cam 2 for a little bit. I kind of like the angle TV Cam 2 provides.
It is pretty good.
Lewis Knight on the tail of the silver car of Flynn Van Holland as they give a little flash of headlights to one of the lapped cars.
Yeah.
That is Professional Hater. I would say in the rain, it is quite acceptable to make use of the flashy headlights.
What? What about the ones that shoot flame out of them?
Isaac Jordan with the overtake on Richard Oakes, 5th place for the Mustang. And Gale would like a piece of that as well, as Jones and Maroney. We'll see if Richard Oakes can hang on here. Oakes is giving me a little bit of James Butler vibes with his driving, I'd have to say. There's
buckling along nicely.
There's obvious speed and ability, but there's also a little bit of inconsistency as one of the lapped cars is getting a little flashy headlight treatment and goes way off the track.
Isaac Jordan rocking the Tiger ice cream livery, very nice. And his little strawberries and cream action happening as well.
We have action on pit lane. Jardine in the pit lane.
Sir, have you tried the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper?
It
It is delightful. Although it would seem to be here.
Oakes was looking for it there, but did not stick the nose in.
Gas pedal, gas pedal.
I cannot imagine overtaking the Mustang into that particular section of track is what you'd call easy. And the part of the track I'm talking is where that car 101 is going through there. That is the loop, which is a primary overtaking zone, but it's a very much power zone, which, again, haven't raced the Mustang in this game, but I assume it's a Mustang?
They call it the loop of Earl. Loop, 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 loop over, loop, loop. Come on, everybody. Everybody sing. No.
Richard Oakes back in front of Isaac Jordan. In front of that Mustang. 2 Mustangs in the field only, but they are doing very well. Currently, Reynolds leads the race. And Jordan. No, it is Jordan. I had it right. Isaac Jordan runs in 6th place. Of course, it'll be interesting to see where David Roth can get to. Where is he in the order right now? Because he was in 2nd place before pitting. And is now running in... Oh, he's still in the pits. Oh. All right, David Roth is no longer a problem.
David Roth is now an opportunity.
Still in the pit lane, apparently. That's not good. Let's put it this way, Byron. I was talking about the good pit stops being about a minute and the bad pit stops being about 2. He's been in there for about 4 minutes.
Gotta get all 5 tires plus the body out of the trunk. Refill, make him some chicken cordon bleu. some pommes frites.
Checking in with the leader out. Not for any particular reason, about 10 seconds ahead of Flynn Van Hollen, so there's not really much to talk about, but we'll give him some limelight. Making his way through some back markers. That is James Evans ahead of him. Dennis Hoke in the pit lane. And second place is heating up again. Lewis Knight on the chase against Flynn Van Hollen. Now the question here is, does Van Hollen want that second place, or is Van Hollen more concerned about putting up the silver victory here?
And the better question is Van Holland actually from Holland?
I mean, we could ask that for sure.
What if he's from Belgium?
I was going to say, though, I think that the latter is probably true, because Van Hollen did not fight to hold that second place that hard. Kind of just let Lewis Knight through. Isaac Jordan in the Mustang is in the pit lane. You can see him dropping through the order. Again, apologies if we refer to anyone as him and they are of the female persuasion. It's just, if I got to go with one of them, it usually is a man. Keeping my eye out for any good battles, but there's not much happening right now. I mean, it's not nothing. We got Dennis Hoke on the tail of Ike Sky.
Any relation to EO Sky?
Possibly. Haven't quite seen anything aerial to suggest that, though. Couple of pit stoppers, including Raj Vashni. Vanchi. There's an N before the S.
Yeah. I believe it's pronounced Hutchison. Mike, would you like to tell any of the new people about Mr. Hutchison?
Whoa! Sky off. And that's a free spot for Hook up into 24th. Or Hoek? Could be Hoek.
Heck.
Sky also going to lose out a spot there to... No, I think that's a lapped car. Never mind. I think that's a lapped car.
I'm pronouncing it the same way that Ren's last name is pronounced in Ren and Snippy.
I'm fine with that.
Ren Hook. It's not really Hook, not Hoek, somewhere in the middle.
I've seen that pronounced as, I have seen that pronounced as Hook though before. So.
Oh yeah, probably, and also probably somebody somewhere pronounces it Hake. Because you never know.
Yeah.
Denny Hake, little Hake and Bake.
Ooh, pressure on Mark Jones, or he just lost this spot. I don't know which. Against Maroney. I think Maroney was behind him, so I think he just lost this spot. So unfortunately, we missed that. There wasn't any kind of highlighted battle on the race control, so I'm assuming that Jones just made a mistake. Got onto a little bit of a wet patch or a little bit too much of the curb. And Maroney was there to take advantage.
If you find the wet patch, you have to sleep on it.
Roth is back out on track. Update on that one. So, but very, very far back.
I mean, 5 or 6 feet back, 10 feet back.
Try 5 minutes.
Wow, that's 93 kilometers. Isn't that how that works? Is race distance is like dog years? For every minute, you're 7 years behind or something like that?
I mean, you're quite a ways behind if you're a minute behind in any form of racing. Well, except for, I guess, rally.
Mike, when are we going to do the stadium trucks covered in baby oil?
Pontus Bodine under pressure from Ronald McDonald. As for your question, never, because I don't think that's possible. Baroni in the pit lane.
We would be covered in baby oil.
Oh,
be,
oh, okay. I mean,
so there's a comma.
I mean,
comma in there.
We can do that, I guess.
All right. Be sure to tune in next week.
I don't think anyone wants to see that, but I mean,
well, I mean, we just lie. They won't know. They don't have to be on camera.
Knight is back behind Van Holland. Wonder how that happened.
Oh, land. And the masters of the universe.
See, I think Van Hollen now fancies his chances of taking second place because there's some defensive movement in that car now. That's like, it's like, I let you through once. I'm not doing it again.
Your boy Skirt Reynolds is going to erase that 5-second penalty at some point.
Already has. Already has. Up almost 11 seconds.
Man, we got half an hour to go. Stuff can't happen.
I'm just saying. It's handled. For the time being.
It's a little soggy.
Also, question, chat. Are they allowed to serve the time penalty on their pit stop or no? I think they are, because I've noticed that a lot of the penalties that were there before have disappeared.
We're gonna find out.
So.
He just waved the PP in
Indeed.
the air.
Van Holland also coming in the pits, so the race leader will be the Godzilla Racing, Lewis Knight. Nissan to the front.
Good old Datsun. My dad owned a lot of Datsun pickup trucks when I was a kid. They were small. They were small, and it got to the point in I think I was in my very late
we have an answer to the question I had. Reynolds' penalty is gone, so it looks like you are able to just serve that on your pit stop.
So, yeah, sometime in my late teens, Dad, like the latest Datsun pickup truck, gave up the Ghost. And my dad's a mechanic, so, I mean, this thing gave up the Ghost. And so he's going to go, just get another one of these little things. My mom and my brother found out before I did, and they started throwing a fit. I'm like, Dad, we can't. Only you and Mom can fit in those goddamn things. Get a real goddamn truck.
Ooh, I like that BMW livery from Mr. Bellis. The green and black. Looks good.
Oh yeah.
Gonna lose a spot though to Dennis Hook.
How do you have Chia on your friends list and I don't?
I don't know. I played a lot of Dota with him.
Oh, that would be why. I didn't play those games.
I think I played Helldivers with him too.
Oh, fair enough.
Some point Helldivers 2's got to go on sale, and we'll check it out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they want you to have. Sony's doing everything they can to kill that game, so I don't know if it'll be on sale and still around.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've heard really good things, like while you're having fun, it's so much fun.
Well, Skirt Reynolds may have served one penalty, but now he's got another. Stop-go penalty 30 seconds for Skirt Reynolds.
Speed in the pit lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine that was speeding in the pit lane. Knight and Calgaro in the pits. I wonder, will Oaks take the lead? Yep. Richard Oaks. It may be by virtue of people pitting, but Richard Oaks has got the lead.
So yeah, like I said, I heard about Helldivers 2 that while you're having fun, it's the most fun you can have. But when you're done kind of having the fun, the game's pretty much just over. Like, there's nothing really to go back to. So if it's on sale, hell yeah.
I mean, there's multiplayer, which I imagine is fun even afterwards.
Well, I mean, that's the whole... I didn't know there was single player.
I believe there is a single player like campaign, but it's like co-op if you want it to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was all multiplayer.
Reynolds back in the pits to serve his pit stop. Not his pit stop, his penalty. Pardon me. Just looking for a good little battle, and there's not much. Not much. So I feel like we need to get the man who brought us here, Adam Stewart, on camera.
Stewart.
He's up into 9th place, running a pretty long, or 8th place actually, running a pretty long stint here. That was Calgaro he just overtook, so I think Calgaro will be back up on him shortly. This is a case of Calgaro leaving the pit lane and not quite being back into the race mold. But Stewart having a day. See here.
That, of all the Stewarts, he would be the hot Stewart.
We have a new fastest pit time. Just checking if anyone else is beating it.
15 minutes.
We are up to a 1-minute pit time. Flynn Van Hollen and Elshong Perry. You are the new kings of the pit lane. Longest pit stop, 4 minutes, 24 seconds. That is David Ruff. I was going to talk about who's made up the most places, but then I realized we still have pit stops to go, so that's not an accurate figure at the moment. Ronald McDonald into the pit lane.
Ronaldo.
So after having served his penalty, where is Reynolds?
22nd.
Ooh, yeah, way down there, behind Bellis and company. Okay. Well, that means that the race leader, Richard Oakes is the leader on track, but if we were to say who's going to be leading when it's all shaken out, it should be Lewis Knight.
Lewis Knight in the pips.
Started this race in, if I'm not mistaken, 4th place, and with 25 minutes to go, would be the Vegas betting odds favorite to take home the victory here. Nobody coming close to a fastest lap, though. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. Yet to pit. Oakes, Jones, Brodeen, Volt, Stewart, Cow. Cow is in the pits right now, so that'll be fixed. That's it. All right. We got 5 people still going for the Max Simmons Award, Byron.
Max Simmons Award? You mean people who don't pit and or win
Oh.
on the last lap?
Race leader Richard Oakes is into the pit lane. By the way, you may have noticed that the name in the window actually changes based on who's driving the car.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. So you see where it says 003 on Oakes' car right now?
No.
Well, it's not on camera now. He just rolled past it. I'll see if I can find somebody else. Here we go, Tetley. So you see how there's a yellow number that appears on the window. We can get a good shot of it here. Thank you. There you go. You notice how it changes to TET for Tetley? It will actually change based on who is in the car.
Well, how do you know? I mean, only one person's going to be driving this car the whole race.
Yeah, but in ACC you can do multi-driver events. You can do enduro events. So for example, me and my dad did an endurance race the other week with a friend of mine, Cody. Shout out to Cody. And when Cody was in the car, it was KUT, and when one of us got in the car, it was ZMA or MMA, because of course mine has to be. Adam Stewart in the pit lane. All right. 3 men still vying for the Max Simmons Award. It is Robert Volt, Mark Jones, and Pontus Bodine. Pardon me. New race leader is Mark Jones. Not likely to stay there, if I'm being honest. Let's see here. Let me try and extrapolate here for a moment. Where will they come out? After the pit stop, we're probably looking at about 9th place for Mark Jones. But it depends where he takes it. If he's still putting up good times or not. Let's see here. What's his best net last time? He's not putting up good times right now. That was a 57 flat. Not bad, Don't get me wrong, but about a second off of what he is capable of doing. So, probably not doing great on tire wear.
The water should keep the tires nice and cool. Therefore, no tire wear.
Well, I'll tell you one person who went long and it looks like it's paid off is Chris Cow, who is up to 13th place. I don't know where Cow was before, but it wasn't 13th. I'll put it that way. Oh no, his pit stop didn't get served. He was in the pits. Let me verify. Yeah, he was in the pits, but apparently did not serve the pit stop. That's interesting.
Drove as fast as he possibly could.
Well, the possibilities are that he didn't do the requirements of a pit stop, which is to change 2 tires. So, well, actually, I think it's 4 tires in this game. Oh!
Oh boy!
One of the lapped Porsches getting into trouble. Apologies, I don't know who that was. So, I couldn't even begin to guess. There are a couple of cars I can guess, because there's a couple of cars that are pretty rare in the field. Like there's 2 Lexuses, 2 Ford Mustangs. There's a lot of Porsches. Chris Cow in the pit lane. Let's see if he can get it right this time.
I need you to change 1.5 tires only.
What also could have happened is he could have driven past his pit lane. Or pit box. I've done that. I will freely admit that. I have gone into pits, ready to serve my pit stop, and just driven past the pit stop box by accident. And you can't reverse in the pit lane, so once you're past, and you're going around again. Skew Reynolds is coming up to Patrick Bellis, and as well as Jardine. So the man who could still win this, but is going to have to put on his best Tobias Thirol or Mike Stoffmill impersonation to get the job done, is going to have to charge. We'll just put it that way. And Bellis for now hangs on to 15th place. Let's go Heli-Cam. I think it would be a better look for this particular battle.
Airwolf.
And the Mustang looks to the inside. Now, the question for Bellis, I think he made the right choice, is do you fight Reynolds, or do you realize that Reynolds and you are not really on the same race, as it were, and you let him through? Elshon Perry putting the face. By the way, Perry with a great first stint. Went very long, and it's worked out for a top 10 position. In the 988 McLaren car. Jones and Bodine are still the only 2 who have not pitted. I think anyways. Let's see here. Is there somebody hanging around near the back who's not pitted? Nope, everybody has been in. Except the top 2.
But was everybody also Kung Fu fighting?
So I'm looking at Jones's sections here. Jones could come out in 6th place, which would be a pretty good improvement for Jones. I don't know. Last lap was a 56.0. All right. His lap times are fine. His lap times are still doing good. Fastest lap last time around was a 55.977. That was by Sky in 12th place in the Lexus. Fastest lap of the race for Sky, so it looks like that is the fastest car on track right now.
Even faster than the guy in the pedal bike.
Jardine has fallen behind Bellis as well as Reynolds. I think maybe a off for the Lexus car. Now under pressure from Raj Vanchi. Ooh, little mistake. Raj is getting nervous, I think. Just saw the car that you're battling twitch. You're nervous. There's the spot. 16th spot. This is really the only battle going on track, so we'll stick with it for a while. Oh, new fastest... oh, wait, never mind. Fastest lap last time around, David Roth.
Who's in charge of the camera out here?
Jardine in the pits. For a second pit stop. Wonder if something has happened to the tires.
I believe he's having them replaced with hexagonal ones.
So Bodine is in. That means your winner of the Max Simmons Award for longest going without a pit stop is Mark Jones. Last lap was a 55.98. That's not bad. That's not bad. Second fastest lap. Third fastest lap, if anybody.
I would 100% try to power slide that section.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Jackass.
Good luck with that. You're suicidal.
Power slide.
Isaac Jordan did not come off well on the pit stopping after being in the top 10 early on in the race, back in 17th place in the second Mustang. Currently putting the pressure on Raj Vanchi. Oh, Jardine. Stop-go penalty, 30 seconds. Speeding in the pit lane.
Again?
Looks like. Looks like. And Bodine gets dinged for the same. So we can extrapolate a little bit based on where Bodine came out. Bodine coming out in 9th place after the pit stop. That means that's probably where Mark Jones will drop into. Skirt Reynolds, by the way, just put up his fastest lap of the race of 55.052. And he is running in 14th place. I don't know, Byron. What are the odds that Reynolds can still take this home with 14 minutes to go? And for comparison purposes, 1 minute and 10 seconds to the leader. Pardon me, 1:19.
I would give him a plus minus of at least 2.5. Based on Rajasthani betting odds.
Speaking of Raj, Raj is on the attack against Patrick Bellis.
Belisarius?
Belisarius Cole, baby. Oh, it's one of the lapped cars. I think that's Professional Hater off the track.
Do for the dough professional.
You have made an enemy for life, Wall. You now have a Professional Hater. Raj makes the move, and 15th place belongs to the Porsche. Oh, Jones is pitted finally. And has come out in 4th place. Not bad. That could work out. Oaks, by the way, is suddenly looking at a podium. It's Gale in behind. All right, Byron, are you ready for your biggest hard chargers in the field here today?
What are you, like, physically biggest, or?
Mark Jones going off the track there. That's not good.
Lawnmower swath.
That's not good. That's gonna lose him a spot, I think. Nope, Gale's not good. Oh, never mind. Gale knew better. Gale knew better. All right, your biggest climbers in the field, having made up 21 places, Adam Stewart leading the way.
Very nice.
Second highest is a tie between Marood and Elshong Perry, who have both made up 15 spots. And your biggest faller, not surprisingly, David Roth, started in second and is currently running in 33rd place.
It's not the best. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's rough times. Rough times. Ice Sky looking to get back into the top 10. Ronald McDonald proving to be the trouble. By the way, shout out to the Silver Boys because we have 8 silver drivers in the top 10 and 1 bronze. So only 1 gold in the top 10. That would be race leader Lewis Knight.
Any molybdenum?
That'd be an interesting rating. Would that be a high rating or a low rating?
I don't know. I fancy myself about hash brown grade.
Having seen you drive, yeah. It's hard to say though. You don't have a wheel. You don't know what someone's capable of until you get them with the wheel.
That's true. I was genuinely fucking around with keyboard and mouse for that whole like 45 minutes or whatever the hell long, however long it was.
I don't think it was quite 40. I don't think you lasted 45 minutes.
Probably not.
Maybe.
Probably like 20. And I can't really check because it was on Race Room, and I've used that for commentator and viewing purposes. So the Steam rating on that one is way off.
Incorrect. Yeah. It's kind of like trying to take an ACC or race room reading for myself. There's a lot of actual game time in that number. Oh, we do have... Well, Finlay! Gamble making the move.
Finlay.
Taking a spot. Oh, what is up with Bodine? He's just falling backwards through the field. I mean, I know you got a stop-go penalty, and of course that kind of scuppered your race there, Bodine, but it is definitely... It has put him in a funk. He's got the yips. Probably won't fall back any further. He's got about 27 seconds on Marood. You might be asking who is that car behind him, and I can get you the answer. It's David Roth, who is not battling him for position, but rather is trying to get his lap back. Which, to be clear, if anybody is really not giving David Roth his lap back, you're just kind of wasting time. He is faster than you. You would be well suited to just let him through. And when he comes up to try to actually take a position off of you, then you fight.
Defense, clap, defense.
Ashley Wilson has had a pretty quiet day. I don't think we focused on the Logitech, the logistical nightmare racing car very much. But 9th spot, not bad. And with pretty high ping. The little bar beside the icon for the car model, that's their ping. So we actually can see who's got a bad ping and who's got a good ping. Which is nice.
I believe it's China. They got the Xiping.
I
think that's the only real answer on that particular subject.
Mark Jones trying to catch up to Gale. This is a battle for a silver podium spot. Behind Van Holland and Oaks.
Was that a band from the 70s?
It could be.
Welcome to the stage, Van Holland and Oaks.
Quick, Byron. You have to form a band out of like 3 people here and use their names as the band name. Who you picking?
Maroney, Rajvanshi, and Gamble. Ashley Wilson getting very close to Tetley,
who I don't think has really been a factor. Yeah, 11 spots. So Tetley started in 19th spot and is right now looking at 8th place. Wouldn't say it's not a safe 8th place, but it's a pretty solid day. That is a lapped car ahead of them. Yeah, the BMW gets out of the way. Get a bit of a better angle here. Wilson makes the move into the loop. Mark Jones running in 5th place, the Max Simmons Award winner here today for the longest first run. And to be clear, up from 15th to 5th place, so it worked out pretty well. I think most of the cars that went long have actually, it's paid off. It's done a good job. As they head towards the end of the boot, into the heel of the boot. Fastest lap last time around, for those interested, was the 55.717 of race leader Lewis Knight.
Marcus Alexander Jones-Well.
Had a bit of a rough run through there, but has kept it facing the right direction. Good recovery.
I'd say that's 90% of the battle on this one.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Pick up Isaac Jordan, who is on the tail of Raj Vanchi. Let's see here. Lap times that time around. Let's see who was faster. About 5/10 faster for Jordan. So on the charge is the Mustang. Skirt Reynolds picking up a spot over Hoke, who appears to be off the... Okay, never mind. I think he just let him through. I was going to say we could do a replay on that, but I feel like that was not a proper battle, if you catch my drift. I think Hoke realizing that is not his fight and let the position be as it will. Isaac Jordan also picking up a spot there against not Reynolds, Raj Vanchi, and a lap car getting out of the way. All right, we got some battle at the back. James Evans in the McLaren versus the Lexus of Jardine. Battle for 27th position. Also involved in this is the Ferrari of Stuart Parsons, who appears to have a little bit of damage there, Byron, if you notice that the bonnet on his car is not aligned with the rest of the car.
It's fine. It's just to get a better angle going around right-hand turns.
I mean, you can drive the car like that. Don't get me wrong. That's not huge damage, but that is going to be giving a little bit of front-end problems for the Ferrari.
Slight modification to catch the wind correctly when you're going around turns and stuff. Gives you more downforce. It's physics. I'm not going to take my time to explain it.
Also, we're going to go right to the back because Tobias Wagner, who is in last place, is no longer in last place. Overtakes Professional Hater, who appears to have some kind. Oh Lord. Oh boy. Byron, I don't think I need to tell you that that's a damaged car.
It's fine.
It did a 230 last time around.
I mean, that's better than some people.
It's a rough time.
RC's all about that Zilla power. I don't blame her.
Of course, there's a Zilla in first place. I imagine she's like bouncing in her chair right now.
Why no Gulf oil?
I don't have an answer for that. There is no Gulf oil livery in the game, but you could make one. Professional Hater is in the pit lane.
For all we know, there's a custom Gulf oil livery on set right now. We just don't know about it.
We just don't know about it, yeah.
Well, I'll just have to hope to dream.
Hopes and dreams. Anyone got a golf oil livery? You want to sing out now? That'd be good.
Yo, it's your boy. I'll just have to go with your
And
boy,
if you give me the files, we can actually show it on the stream. Oh, contact!
Rude.
James Evans gets the rub from Mr. Jardine.
It's more of a bonk than a rub.
Yeah. That I could see going to the Stewarts. Oh! Jardine off. Instantaneous karma.
I'm sorry, was somebody being aggressive? Timeout.
The car behind them in the purple is either lapping them or is lapped by them, so that's not a battle for position. Otherwise, I'd have a look. Oh, hang on. Somebody is off the track. Yellow flag. It's Jardine. Oh, contact with a blue flag car as well. Ooh, Samuel Jardine. Welcome to the sin bin, my friend. I feel like this is a rough time for you.
You have been fined 30 credits based on the morality code of 1937.
We got a battle going on here between Finley Gamble, and the Ferrari against the Porsche of Pontus Bodine. Now, that is a purely black Porsche. That could be Gulf Oil, Byron.
Indeed. So I'm hoping that we have a Lamborghini all covered in.
Well, I was going with the Porsche, but like either of them could be. If you're running a Gulf Oil livery, get me the files, and Byron will like splooge all over your car during the race.
I will cheer for you. We are nothing if not completely biased here in commentary. If you can do some stuff that we like, we will be all over your shenanigans for quite a while.
We have various favorite drivers and liveries, as Skirt Reynolds might get up to 11th place here, battling with Samuel Tetley. It was Samuel, right?
It's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer. Motul.
Steve Tetley. Pardon me.
Steve.
And Skirt Reynolds has got the overtake in the Mustang. Could have been a win here today for him, but a stop-go penalty will put him back in 11th place, pending any penalty. But Reynolds' loss was the gain of the Godzilla Racing Team's Lewis Knight. Nissan GTR is going to take home the victory here, pending fuel. Around this track here at Watkins Glen.
So what you do is you just get one of those iridium catalyzers and put it in the grill of your car, and it'd suck up all the water and make fuel for you. That's how they did it on Mars. That's how we did it back in the war. Thank you. Call the exterminator. You've got something in your head.
You've reminded me that I did an endurance race with a guy named Mark Watney. That was good.
Nice.
You
have a crater named after him?
We were asking him about Mars. He's like, I've never been to Mars.
Start singing nonstop Bowie tracks at him.
I mean, I think I did give him.
Flag, baby.
I think I did give him a couple of bars of, turn it around. Flynn Van Hollen will take the silver victory in the purple Porsche, one of the favorite liveries I believe Byron had a comment on. So, Byron, is it your favorite livery? I don't know.
The purple and gold, the Lakers. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't remember seeing it on any other car on any other race we've done.
And rounding off the podium, Richard Oakes.
But I think the best livery, obviously, is going to be Isaac Jordan.
Matt Gale and Mark Jones, your top five. Elshon Perry, one of your hard chargers today, made up 15 spots to a 6th place finish. And your bronze winner is Damian Maroney, 7th overall. Ashley Wilson, taking home 8th place. Ronald McDonald in 9th. And rounding off the top 10, it is Ike Sky in the Lexus. Skirt Reynolds. Oh, skirt. That's things you don't do in real life, my friend. 11th place. I will bring up the drivers list here. Steve Tetley, 12th place. Dennis Hook in 13th. Isaac Jordan has yet to finish, but is running in 14th spot. There we go. Cross the line. Raj Vashi in 15th place. Pardon me. Patrick Bellis and him went across the line pretty much side by side apparently. Bellis 15th, or 16th. Pardon me. Nicholas Peros, 17th. Pontus Bodine, Finley Gamble, Linus Anderson could be either. Adam Stewart 21st. Pardon me. People are leaving, so this is messing up the reading of the standings here.
They obviously just want to come hang out on chat.
But I got through the top 20, so I'm pretty happy about that. A little bumping. But your race winner, Lewis Knight, taking it home for Nissan here at the Watkins Glen track. I'd give you a standings rundown. In fact, I can give you a standings.
Give us the standings runoff.
Well, not really, to be honest, because I don't know what the point system is. But David Roth was leading the championship, so that'll probably change because Lewis Knight was in second place by just 1 point. So I suspect we will see Lewis Knight take the championship lead here today. Third place was Jack Biddle. I think I saw him, but he didn't have a very good race. So he'll probably be dropping.
I don't remember seeing him at all.
I think I remember seeing him in practice. So he may not have raced. Let me see here. If he's still on the server, I can find him. If he raced, he's not on the server. Okay. Fourth place was Ike Sky. He had an okay day, top 10. Nicholas Peros had a pretty bad day. He was 5th coming in. Skirt Reynolds was 6th. Patrick Bellis, Nick Neville, who was not here, I don't think. Some dude named Wraith was 9th. And Calgaro and Liam Smith, who I believe was also missing, was 11th. That's the gold standings.
We got Ike Sky in chat asking for to do post-race interviews.
We'd
love to. I just don't think we have anybody on a friends list we can invite anywhere.
If you add me to your friends list, Miodred on the Discord, we can pull you in. I will give you the spelling.
You can join the call. It's Miodred, just like it says right there in the title of the channel.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
We
will happily do a post-race interview if you would like. Go into the streaming studio. Yeah, but Byron's not in the ERA server, or are you? Are you in there?
No.
Okay, that would be the problem.
Miodred number 3226.
Oh, is that my full ID?
Correct. Miodred number 3226.
Should just be Miodred, actually. They let me change that a while ago.
Everybody's got a designator number at the end.
Okay.
You're looking for the weird green skull with shenanigans around it. Hail Hydra.
Well, I can't invite him. I don't have permissions. This is the problem.
Oh, their Discord's right here in the description. Is that not correct?
Oh, I'll join up then, yeah.
Let me see if I can do that. And then we can make it awkward for everyone else.
Make it awkward.
I am joined.
You were joined? All right. Well, let's go join the... we were told the...
I accept the rules. I accept the code of conduct. Okay. God, Jesus. I'm not reading any of this stuff, so I'm going to break all the rules. And I will conduct myself badly.
Well, don't do that.
I'm reading nothing.
Okay, I see the commentators booth. Stream Studio 2. All right, I'll hop in there. There appears to be music.
You should have permissions, my guy. I just need to
Uh,
find your friend.
there we go.
Hello.
I am a speaker.
You are a speaker. Let me
Indeed.
just get you very quickly. We should get a ping when. Oh, come on. What name am I looking for again?
Gigantus, giant blue head down below.
Gigantus, I see the man. Oh, right. He can request to speak, and you should be able to give him permissions. What I will do is I'll give him an ERA broadcaster role as well, so he should be able to join here like straight away. Just like go to speak, and you should be able to.
Well, the problem is I'm not talking to him now.
No. Because the way that the stage works is you can. Everybody who joins hears what you're saying. So Gigantus can hear you. He just can't speak. But Gigantus, you should be able to become a speaker at the bottom of the window. Sorry for doing this live on your stream, but screw it.
That's not a problem.
Hey,
There we go.
There we go. Now you
I
can
had
do.
not clicked a button. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Discord has a weird way of operating sometimes. But I thought you might want to actually speak to the speak to us or something. It could be fun.
Yeah.
We're generally an amicable bunch who don't always get salty. We promise.
I mean, if you never get salty, I'm going to question the passion here, obviously.
Oh yeah, no. Today I was being extremely salty. I was the Lexus for some reason is very unhappy in the rain. I got it to the point where it was at least somewhat competitive, but I was struggling to get any kind of lateral grip, put it that way. The corners were a very serious issue.
That's honestly interesting. I always had the opposite experience because I've raced the Lexus a lot. I said on the stream, obviously, which we were still live. That the Lexus.
I hope you'll forgive me for not watching.
the Lexus is actually a car I won the ESR Silver Cup in 3D Speed back in the day, and so I put a lot of time into it. Now, granted, haven't touched the game much. I haven't touched the car since like 2022, so obviously there are possible patches, changes to the physics, etc.
Yeah,
but
1.8, I've just been told that it's been absolute trash since then. So.
Okay. Well, it wasn't good when I raced it. To be clear, it was one of those like I just liked it, whatever. But what I was getting at is it was a solid performer in the wet. I found.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that I did it justice today. Second in class is about everything that I could possibly hope for. There was no way that I was going to catch Lewis, but he's also put a load more time into his Nissan than I have the Lexus. My strategy when it comes to these races is get the car to a drivable position, and then essentially see how the race goes. We've had everything from 15 car pileups in turn one all the way down to 0 incidents for the entire race. It's been you never quite know what you're going to get. So the main thing is getting the car to where you're happy with it. So give me just a second. I'm going to get the rest of the. I'm going to use my admin privileges and tag all the classes and get the podium drivers in here.
I'm just going to show off my livery while we're on stream here.
So you should.
My championship-winning livery, Vortex GT. There it is. The Moosehead livery.
Very nice.
Yeah. Moosehead, and of course my always sponsorship, Balls.
Oh dear.
I remember Balls. They had the weird bumpy bottles.
They did, and they gave me money to put their name on my fight shorts. So like I gotta repay the love.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty damn cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Although we
Yeah.
never played it
Oh,
for
that's a
420,
really
so-
cool looking livery. That I like that. No,
There were a couple of versions of it. There you go. The light blue muscle milk one for Javier, and Paul Riccobeni's livery as well.
lovely.
That was my team
like
back in the
Maxi-
day.
I can't see them yet because YouTube delay.
I know. They'll pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Today it was a survival of the fittest game kind of game. I was not the fittest, but oh god, that's pretty in blue. Yeah, that looks a lot better in blue. I like that a lot.
Hey, the green will never die, sir. Never die.
That's absolutely fine, and I totally respect that opinion.
Fucking
but
lose.
I prefer blue. Yeah, it was a really tough race, really tough. Lexus were not playing ball at all, even after a ton of work trying to get it to a place where it was at least somewhat happy. We've got the way that things ended up. Second in class. That means that Lewis, who's in the audience, will lead the championship coming out of this. But second place is about as good as I'm possibly going to be able to hope for. Being able to get ahead of Skirt Reynolds in the 98 Mustang was an absolute boon. I don't know what happened there.
He got a stop-go penalty during the race.
So upsetting.
We assumed it was for speeding in the pit lane due to the timing.
It will
but,
probably be. Yeah, it'll probably be for mistiming his braking coming into the pits. Others in silver, it was Flynn Van Holland that took the win, Richard Oakes that took second, Matt Gale that took third. It was Maroney who won, Anderson came second, Stewart came third. That's a decent result for him as well. I like that a lot. And I don't know what happened in Iron because it gets very confusing because there's only 3 classes that we can use and we're using things for Iron. Actually, Lewis might be a better person to ask. But yeah, overjoyed with that. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. Consistency, I believe, won the day, even if, what's the word? It wasn't the most consistent race. It was more consistent than the rest. So we'll take that.
I just have to say that I am thoroughly disappointed in the professionalism around here. I wanted carnage, havoc, mayhem. And,
did you not get turn 1 carnage?
Actually, turn one was pretty clean, all things considered. Yeah.
I am upset. Give me a moment. I will, because this is obviously as one of the stewards. This is one of the things that I need to go and sort out in a minute.
Everybody gets a 5-second penalty for not credit.
No, we don't tend to give those sorts of penalties out. It's just
I was saying during qualifying that Mike said, "Oh, there's 40 racers out here." I'm like, "That's good because 28 of them are going to die in the first quarter," and that did not happen.
We are very, very lucky. What I will say, as you gents are new to ERA, is that we are extremely lucky with the quality of drivers that we have. We've got we've spent a whole lot of time trying to reinforce good behaviors in the drivers. We've spent a whole lot of time trying to reinforce and reward those behaviors as well. It's just, unfortunately, it was just one of the Lambos getting a little bit on the grass. I saw the bunting go flying, but didn't see what else happened. No, that's absolutely spot on. No arguments there.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was one spin.
Oh no, I'm sure there was something that we missed. Obviously, we were looking at the more or less at the front of the pack, so that probably influenced our view live.
Yeah, of course.
But
you're absolutely
yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. It was not a clean start. Hold.
I would still say on a relative level, I've seen worse.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Okay.
It's as I say, we try really hard to both educate and encourage good behavior in the drivers and patience as well. Oh god, the incident happened even before.
Oh man,
that's so unfortunate.
Mike, what have you done to us? We had a prime opportunity here, and you.
I was looking at the front.
You always look at the front.
No, it's absolutely
Mike's a bit of a
fine.
front runner.
It's absolutely fine.
I'll add a shot of the replay at the end of the stream.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but these things do happen. The conditions were entirely, well, not ridiculous. Ridiculous is the wrong word, but they were.
I mean, I'd be willing to bet that there are race series in real life that under those conditions would just have red flagged the race. So the fact that there was one relatively small pileup is still pretty good.
100%, exactly what I was. Well, that's what I was trying to drive home. Yes, but yeah, no. It was a very, very difficult race, but I'm very, very happy to have come out of it with. I now owe shots to the team, because I got a podium. So, thanks for that. But yes, I will let you speak to all the other gents because obviously they're going to have their stories as well. Lewis can join himself and as the overall winner, and the under BOP'd Nissan. That'll trigger him. Yep, there we go.
It's not under VOP'd at all. You leave my car alone.
Yes, I will leave you to the overall winner of the race, gents. But apologies for the not getting you all set up beforehand. But if you come here and stream here, then obviously we'll be able to join midway through the race and request interviews and things like that, and make things a little bit more enjoyable for you as well. Have a lovely evening.
Excellent.
You as well.
All right, Lewis, tell us about your race. We saw a little bit of it.
I dislike that man. I don't. I love him dearly. It's not under BOP'd. Hot and sweaty is the best way I can put it. Considering it was absolutely drenching with rain, it's very sweaty on my part. Lots of pushing the Nissan to do what she shouldn't be doing, really.
Indeed. You looked at you won by quite a margin at the end of the day. Although I imagine the problems for David Roth and Skirt Reynolds probably assisted with that.
If David and Skirt hadn't had their problems, obviously I do feel sorry for both of them because they're both very, very good racers. They're very quick and they know what they're doing. But if those two had been up there, I wouldn't have won that. Not a chance. But they were faster than I think David was half a second a lap faster than me. I think Skirt was also half a second a lap quicker than I was. So
yeah, but probably about that. I think probably if David had not hit problems. Now, mind you, obviously, problems happen. That's racing.
Yeah.
But he was probably, I think, on average, the fastest car. We were looking at the lap times during the quieter parts of the race. Yeah, he had the fastest lap, but he was also like generally the fastest, like almost every time around. So it was a consistent speed that I think had the day gone according to plan, and I'm not sure what happened with him. We will ask him because he's down in the audience.
Stop go?
I don't recall seeing a stop go, but it is entirely possible I just missed it.
It might have also been contact other cars or spinning. In those kind of conditions, you never know. You can't tell what's going to happen because obviously on boards you couldn't see the car ahead at all.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be so dubious and be so careful around the other cars because you couldn't see them.
We just had I had a funny mention during the stream. When you overtook Flynn Van Hollen the first time, it looked like Flynn made it very, very easy for you, as if the silver to gold matchup played a role in that.
Oh,
you
the
get some thoughts on it?
dive.
Yes.
I don't know. I know Flynn well enough that he wouldn't have given that position up easily, regardless of place. It might have been he just thought that I was stupid on my, because I don't think I was alongside him. I might have been just alongside him, and then it becomes a game of, if I back out early, do we both get... He probably didn't want to get involved in a collision as much as I didn't want to get involved in a collision. So
fair enough.
You have to balance that out.
Mm-hmm. That was just interesting because when you were behind him later on, he was defending a lot more actively, almost to say, "I let you through once. I'm not doing it again."
Yeah, I had that. I had that against, I think it was Calgaro early on in the race. Was I got him into turn one, and then Calgaro just had me on the inside down into the bus stop, and it was like, I'm not even gonna fight you. Like you can have him back.
You officially have a cheering section in my chat, so there you go.
Hey. I don't know who it is because I can't see the chat, but hey.
RC Gingerbach is a big Nissan fan, so as soon as she saw you were driving a Nissan, she was your number one fan of the chat.
I love my Datsun. My Datsun has done well for itself so far. So I'm very content. Just as a thing as well, because I know Ike messaged it to you. The Iron drivers, it was Dennis Howick was 1, Sean Young was 2, and Stuart Parsons was 3.
Okay,
Your Iron
excellent.
drivers in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it'd be nice if some of the other number plates would work in ACC with custom entry lists. By the way, I got to talk to whoever does your entry list, because I noticed you don't have functioning flags, and I know how to make that work.
I have no idea. You would have
it's one of those things I discovered quite by accident back in my early messing around with ACC, and I found that a lot of communities don't actually know how to do it because it's not documented anywhere, but it can be done.
Yeah, definitely talk to, I mean, Ike does a lot of that stuff. He can pass the information on, so if you talk to Ike afterwards.
Yeah, see, Ike asked me functioning flags. So the driver flags were not functioning in the server today. There is a way with custom entry lists to make those work. It does require a little bit of extra work, but it's pretty easy. Actually, you just got to compile a numerical table for what numbers represent which flag. So that's it. But it's just an extra line of code in the entry list. I can tell
and
people how to do it.
It's very funny if you make everybody from Micronesia.
I mean, it has happened every so often where I have put in the wrong number and somebody's like, "That is not my flag. I am not from Zimbabwe."
I mean, that would be funny. Just start messing with people's flags.
I think it was I made someone from Estonia who was not from Estonia. That was, I think, what it was, because they were the country number up from Estonia, so I put the wrong number in, and they had the wrong flag.
That was, I don't know if you guys saw it, because obviously I took that extra lap at the end and ended up pushing around a Ferrari at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Reasoning why he'd run out of fuel and I wanted him to finish the race.
Ah, okay,
so
okay.
I was trying to push. David knew I was doing it. I was just trying to shove him, push him over the line so he actually finished. I think the cut-off ended just before we got to the line. So, you know, I tried my best to get in there, but I couldn't. It's hard to keep the pace up, especially when the track is really wet. You're just wheel spinning. So that's the context for me bumping around that 488 at the end.
Not a problem. Although I think we did catch it. I'm like, he's bullying that car.
No, I was. David knew entirely what I was doing. He told me he was out of fuel, and I was just going on a lap because I wasn't sure if I'd finished the race. So I was like, well, I'm behind you. I'll push you the rest of the way.
I mean, I've seen that done. I was in a 12-hour race one time that a car ran out of fuel that was on my team, and me and the other team car went around and pushed him to the end.
Yeah, you give him a nudge. Give them a nudge.
All right. Well,
yeah, I'll leave you gents with anyone else who wants to have a chat. There's quite a few in the audience to have a chat with. So obviously, thank you for streaming, gents. It's much appreciated.
Not a problem.
Jumping in very quickly, gents, if you want to speak, raise your hand so that the guys can actually allow you to speak. You have to raise your hands, otherwise they can't. They can't invite you.
But yes, thank you for streaming, obviously, gents, and I'm sure I'll end up speaking to you again at some point. So enjoy the rest of it.
David Roth, we have invited you to speak.
And I am here.
All right. Well, so the big question, I guess, would be is that you seem to have a very, very, very long pit stop. What was the story with that particular issue?
So the first pit stop that I did was serving the penalty. I locked up going into, I think it was turn... Oh, man, what's the downhill? I think that's turn...
Yeah, that's 6 or 5, depending on the layout,
Yeah, the downhill going into the boot, and brushed the wall, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do the pit stop. We'll get that out of the way. I came out, and on the back straight going into the bus stop, I full brake at the 400 board, because I know I'm on colder tires, and I didn't get any braking power until about the 250, 300, so I just went dead on right into the barriers and had to return to garage 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Got into the garage, realized that I wasn't getting any brake pressure until halfway through my pedal travel.
Oh boy.
Reloaded settings, everything worked fine, just finished out the rest of the race. You know, stuff happens, equipment's not perfect. It is what it is.
That was the end of my T3PA pedals back in the day. That they had that same problem, only instead of being a setting issue, it was a hardware issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had issues with these pedals connecting, but I think it's the USB block that I have. Like I have a powered USB block for all the sim racing stuff, and I think my My motherboard's having a hard time with that block. I might have to figure out a workaround, but you know what you do. That's racing.
That happens. It happens. Sim racing is definitely something. There's a little bit of luck on multiple fronts that can obviously ruin your day because you look like the fastest car out there today, and probably were in for at least a second place had you, kept it clean.
Yeah, I mean, if I could have kept it on the track and didn't have to sit there for 3 minutes, I probably could have been challenging P1.
I would agree. Yeah,
it's kind of upsetting because I felt comfortable. I don't know, the 488 in the wet, it feels amazing, and I felt super comfortable out there. I put down the fastest lap time, 154.2. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that happened.
I feel like all my wet car knowledge is completely out of date these days because I'm being told the Lexus is no longer good in the wet. The 488 is good in the wet. It's very weird for me.
Yeah,
so it was very much the opposite.
I have the benefit of being a newer driver. I started playing in March, and all those old versions, like I just have no concept. So I'm just dealing in the here and now, you know.
That's good. Certainly advantages to being able to not have old information cluttering your brain. Do you have anything else to say about your race?
No, I mean it was pretty clean, respectful. Everybody else was giving space where it needed to be. People who had accidents were getting immediately off the racing line. Like we're the bottom tier, right? We're not platinum, we're not diamonds. Everybody was respectful. Everybody gave space. Like it was good. It was clean racing. The conditions weren't ideal, and everybody did the best they could. It was fun.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah,
well,
appreciate you guys broadcasting for us.
Not a problem. We enjoyed it. It was a fun time.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was enthusiastic when I first saw that there was absolute sheets of rain coming down. Like, this is going to be fun.
Gigantus is a massive fan of carnage.
Indeed.
There was still some. We still got some. Just not as much as everybody predicted.
Indeed. All right. Next up, I'm going to give Dennis the floor because you just are at the top of the list.
Take care, y'all.
Enjoy.
Dennis, tell us about
Good
your race.
evening. Oh boy, where do I even start? Well, first of all, thanks for commentating for us tonight.
Not a problem.
My race, well, it was quite eventful. I've had some time to practice, which I'm quite glad that I did, because otherwise I don't think I would have done so well that I was expecting to do. Qualifying that, well, I know I could have done better, but there was no dry line. There was just nothing. So I didn't put the best time that I probably could have done. So started a bit further back, like P23, I believe.
Sounds about right.
And then the race itself went quite smoothly. Had a easy start, didn't get into much trouble. And just kept up with the consistency. Like I did a lot of consistent laps. Not particularly fast, not particularly slow, so just consistent, and just pretty much kept it on the track. I did have 3 incidents, 1 minor one, 2 quite major ones. So I'm gonna rewatch those back and see if I want report any of them. Especially one incident where, and I'm not going to call out any names here, it was down into turn 4 going down the main straight. I had a car behind me, and then there was also another car in front of us who had an incident with the wall going into 4 out of the main straight, who had an incident with the wall, and the guy in front of me obviously slowed down because of that, which gave me the chance to go pretty much behind him, just up his butt. But knowing the chicane, the bus stop, how tight it is, I was never intended to make a move because that's way too dangerous. So I moved a bit right so I can see in front of me, so I don't miss my braking marker. And all of a sudden, the car in front of me just brakes way too early, like at the 600 marker, and there was no chance for me to avoid a collision with them because I was that close. So that's a bit of an unfortunate incident. Luckily, I didn't. It didn't end bad for me. I didn't even get that much damage from it. But the car in front, like further down the lap, had another incident by himself and spun it. So yeah, bit of a scary incident, but I did came out okay in the end.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Sounds like, all things considered, for a wet race, that's not a particularly large amount of incidents.
No, not that much. No, I'm quite pleased with my race today. It was the hardest for sure. Like I'm sweating like a fucking waterfall. Sorry for the swearing.
No problem.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was also definitely my best race. Going from P23 to P13, like that's definitely up there.
It's an excellent day. Excellent day. All right. Well, I'd have more questions, but honestly, I wasn't prepared for actually doing interviews. So, anything else, or shall we move on to the next person? Or Byron? Yes. All right, Byron.
Dennis, I need you to tell Mike how to pronounce your last name correctly. Otherwise, it's going to be a shit show. And I also get to point to this later when he starts mispronouncing your name accidentally and go, "See, I told you."
No, that's totally fine. I did watch the stream. Like the way you pronounce it is totally fine. Like I don't mind it. But if you want to pronounce it correctly, you would say hook.
All right.
Hook. Okay. We can do that. We can do that.
Yep, no
That's
problem.
just about fine.
I'm a child of the '90s, and it was all Ren and Stimpy. So.
Fair enough. Well, I got nothing else for you guys. Again, thanks for the commentary, for the stream, and hope you guys will keep on doing so. It was nice having you guys.
Well, we intend to. Hopefully, next time we'll have the YouTube set up properly. But otherwise, it went pretty smoothly.
Yep, a little experimentation, but otherwise good.
Awesome.
All right. Kudo Okami, you are next.
A relation to Yushin?
A relation to Yushin Okami?
Howdy, gentlemen. Start off, I appreciate you guys doing the commentary for Server 2. It's very nice to be able to watch back the stream and see all the battles between everybody. It was not a good race for me, by far one of my worst in era, for sure. I didn't get any practice in at all this week. The little bit of practice was from today and yesterday, so I didn't really have a setup. I got a setup like 15 to 30 minutes before qualifying from USA and Server 1, and it didn't feel very comfortable to me. I ended up making the big mistake of adjusting the tune after qualifying, and it did not work out well. I could not go flat out through Sector 1, so I just was consistently losing about 8/10 on every single lap, and that just made it very chaotic for the people behind me because they're just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, they're just, it was upsetting. Spun myself out twice, losing the rear end. Thankfully, nobody was involved in an accident. I was able to keep it clean and avoid anything, but just overall, a very disappointing race. Got down to P13, and then coming into pits, I had a pretty bad stop, so went all the way back up to like P24. Just fairly disappointing. I blame setup and not enough practice, but everybody was respectful on the grid. Super clean racing from everybody. It was a blast regardless. So.
Excellent. I was gonna say it looked like you pitted twice. Was I just like hallucinating that, or?
No, I did not. I didn't pit twice. I only pitted once. I think it was just a really slow pit.
Okay. Well, it wasn't that it was a slow pit. It was, I just could have sworn I saw the little, like, the pit icon next to your name at a point prior to that. And I obviously, if you're saying you didn't pit, then I was on the drugs.
Fair enough. I think I should have not taken tires. I think I should have just skipped tires, and it probably would have been a little bit better for me. But, it is what it is. Hard lesson learned. I'll know for next time. Also, just an FYI, I didn't watch the commentary back, but the way you pronounce my last name, since we mentioned it for Dennis, is Caw. like
Caw.
a bird, caw,
Okay.
instead of and not cow.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I'll be on a whole fucking. You'll never hear the end of it.
There will be a 13-minute soliloquy.
It's perfectly fine, man. I don't care. But most people say cow, so
I
just
did.
figured
I did say cow. I did say
yeah,
cow.
it's fine. It's fine. I just figured I'd mention that as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much
and
all I gotta say. So
I've worked with a number of people from India, and a lot of them have the last name Kaur, and it's your names with an R at the end.
oh, fair.
So yeah, cow kind of all flowed together. But if it's caca, then
It is. It's caca, dude.
I'm gonna make
It's
so many evolution jokes.
dude. By all means, I don't mind. It's supposed to be a German last name. It's supposed to mean like moon in German or something like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, fun race regardless. I'll crack on and let you guys talk to Robert. I feel awful
All
for
right.
his race.
Oh, this sounds like we're gonna have a story from Robert.
Was it revolting?
Yeah, Robert Volt. I think he had some unlucky situations happen.
All right.
Speaking of which,
Robert, you are on.
yeah. Hello, boys and girls.
All right, take care,
Yes, sir.
gentlemen.
Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Yeah, this is the guy who don't have that much to say after about the race after like 40 minutes because I managed to not see the where the pits actually started. So the moment I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Just stomp on the brakes and just hope for the best. But no, I entered the pits like 110 kilometers an hour when the pit when the limit is 50.
Oh boy, yeah, that's not gonna be a copacetic time.
Definitely not. But for the entire race, I was quite happy with it. If we just ignore that little thing.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we did not see it on stream.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that much practice for this race, so I was quite I was quite amazed by how well I did. So I do have a lot of practice with rally cars and also winter driving and all that in real life. So just taming the Porsche with in the rain was kind of semi-nature at this point, especially since it's still trying to kill me.
Well, it's wet and it's Watkins Glen. I feel like everybody was a potential murder victim out there today.
Quite literally, like I think I can't remember who it was that was behind me for like I think it was 5 laps or something. And just tried to get past me, but at one point he just suddenly just spun out on the straight. So I literally don't know what happened there.
Probably an aquaplane moment, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, most likely.
Isn't that the turn at that one race, Aqua
Minerale.
Yeah.
You actually remember a turn name? Oh my god.
Bro, words. You know words on my jam.
Yeah.
I was making all kinds of like hard water jokes on that race. I don't even remember what fucking track that is. I just remember that Aqua Minerale. Oh, you got the hard water. The hard water turn.
Yeah.
But now we got Aquaplane around.
Yeah.
Well, Aquaplane is not a turn. It's a thing that happens.
It will happen on that turn. We just need enough rain.
Well, it will happen regardless.
I forget. Is Imola an ACC? I mean, if we can Aquaplane Aqua Minerale.
Imola, yeah. It's
okay.
It's an ACC.
I'm just we've been doing a lot of race room stuff recently, so you know, my remembering of like I think this track is an ACC.
It's fine. It's fine.
So there we go. We can make it happen.
Yeah. For the funny thing is that I didn't remember that Watkins Glen was actually a part of ACC. So when we got that in the calendar, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's
when did this track come into ACC?
It's like the newest track in the game, I think. Is it not? Or has something else been added that I've not been paying attention to? I've not been doing a lot of ACC lately, so.
It's fine. I mean, technically, the latest track is actually the 24-hour layout for Nürburgring. Yes, the modern Green Hell.
Green Hell! Byron, we need to make you drive the Green Hell at some point.
Can I listen to Green Hell as covered by Metallica the entire time I'm driving Green Hell?
You are entirely allowed to, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. But I'm also pretty sure that I was one of the drivers that had their car the most sideways without actually, spinning out of control.
Without quite losing the control.
Yeah. Like, the moment you kind of find that angle of attack and all that, it just clicks into place and it's just like, yeah!
You get that moment of serenity where you are one with the car for like, a good couple of laps and then suddenly it's gone.
Yeah, quite literally. So it was kind of sad to just suddenly find the dry line again. It was like, ah. And then the dry line just disappears again and just like back to, ah. My speed, it's gone.
Yeah, wet weather driving will do that to you.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I will go to bed now because it's late as fuck.
I could imagine.
What? It can't possibly be more than like 11 o'clock.
Maybe.
It could totally be later. Also,
22:48.
There you go. He's a whopping 6 hours ahead of me.
I listened to the accent, did a little triangulation, and pinged you off Greenwich Mean Time. Just assuming that you lived somewhere in Scandinavia.
Yeah, I do actually live in the same country as Adrian. So
that must
Norway.
Be rough.
Yeah. So yeah, you're correct about me being in Norway.
Crazy kids and your crazy hockey players.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, the funny thing about those people is actually that hockey isn't their main job. It's like electricians and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you get a couple of NHL players nowadays, so it's got to be. It's got to be
up on the Avalanche.
It's got to be going in a generally positive direction.
Yeah, hopefully. As long as it doesn't land on cold shoulders.
Well, I think that's kind of the point of hockey, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, depends who you ask. But I do really hope that you guys will join us for the next couple of races at least.
That is our intention, so hopefully we can make that happen. I know the time is a little bit awkward for us for the start, but we'll try and make it work.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
I mean, I have to crawl out of bed before midnight or before noon. That's it's pretty rough on me.
I mean, I could always just tell the goose that it's that breakfast is served at 10 a.m.
Also, I am starting a new job here in the next week, so we will find out what the hell that's all about. And we'll see what we can do. Might have to do it on tape delay.
Yes, so at least for the next race, then I will try to make a better show for you guys and the audience.
Excellent.
Yeah, possibly some more lap 1 instance. We will see.
I'm actually curious. Where is the next round going to be?
I believe it will be reverse Macau.
Spa.
Ooh, Spa.
Spa.
All right, that'll be interesting. Spa is always good for some interesting action around Eau Rouge and into Lake Holm, as well as the bus stop.
As well. Yes. Yeah. So that's yes, 90 minutes. Let's go, baby.
That'll be a
Speaking
long
of
one.
which, yeah, and speaking of which, the day before the season 11 race is going to be a endurance race on Spa as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I will definitely be looking forward to that one.
Hopefully, everybody will be well prepared for Spa, and we'll get some excellent options.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just reading my my stream chat.
Hello, stream.
It's just Dennis yelling at us.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I was expecting a fangirl dance from RC, but yeah, we didn't get that.
We got some all caps from RC. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and Okami had to also hopefully do better at Spa. Well, it can't be worse than this race for me, will it?
It can always get worse. Never say it can't get worse.
Oh, God.
There are technical issues. There's corner one issues. There's being anywhere within the same zip code as Klabzul.
Yeah,
God, jeez.
Quite literally, we had like, I think, 2 server resets lost endurance, so...
We invite Roman Barthez.
Oh, Roman.
That'll generate some interesting
Roman Roman never disappoints the commentators.
Never. Roman always did something interesting. I was gonna leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. In case he's actually in the community.
I mean, to be fair to Roman, always kind of got a little bit better. Not a lot better.
No, I mean Roman was a perfectly acceptable driver. Just a man who never met a position he wasn't going to defend with every fiber of his being.
He's tenacious in various ways.
Indeed. Robert, you got anything else to add?
No, not really.
Okay.
Can you teach us some bad words in Norse?
What could it be? Because I do have a boyfriend that keeps pestering with the same stuff. Robert,
right.
Come on, give me more swear words so that I can learn.
That's kind of one of the good things about working in a kitchen with Indian ladies. Older Indian ladies will teach you all the bad words in Hindi or whatever they're speaking. I was afforded a modicum of respect by having them call me Mr. Fat, but they all just called the other guy fat.
Well,
So
you are like 6.5 feet tall. I feel like anyone would add a slightly respectful moniker to you, anything they refer to you as.
And they also brought me samosas they made from home. My goodness, that was a good time.
Whereas the rest of us are just fat and like average height.
Yeah, just stretch yourself out. Do like I did. Just grow like an extra foot.
Well, I'd be taller than you if I grew a foot.
That'd be fun.
I'd be like basketball player height at that point. Jesus.
And now you could do the high five trick that I do at everybody else, which is just extend my hand as far up above my head as possible and offer high fives.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, just use high heels.
Pretty much. Although I will tell you this: when I pull that move on anybody, universally, 100% of the time, they will gear up to jump like a motherfucker. They want to get there. They want to make it happen.
They want to get that 7 feet in the air.
Yeah, they was like, I can do it. Ah! And I usually lower the hand so they don't have to. But it is wildly entertaining. 100% of the people do it. I'm not kidding.
Gigant is a gigantic human being, for those in the chat that do not know.
6.5 feet tall, weighing in at 735 pounds. There's not that much, but some days it feels like that.
Well, I think also Chris has something to ask as well about the deliveries, because he does report in the.
Oh yeah. I guess Mio didn't have the the liveries to show? Mike, how does that work? The missing liveries?
Oh, I don't have the files.
Oh.
Yeah, that does explain it because Era does have all of the liveries synced up to awesome sim race.
I was gonna say I asked if there was a livery pack to download and did not get an answer.
It's one of those classics. Yeah, it should be on Awesome Sim Racing, and it should also be in the where is it? Livery chat somewhere.
I will have a look for that and have that next time. Because there were a number of cars that were definitively lacking in the livery department. So I'm sure there are some lovely, interesting stuff that we missed. And we did say if anyone's running a Gulf livery, a Gulf oil livery, Byron will cheer for them mindlessly.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're running a Gulf oil, you're now a fan favorite. You get prime screen time, everything.
Oh, yeah. It's in the livery upload guide section.
All right, I will make sure to have that fixed for next time.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Well, no one else wants to talk to us, so we'll finish up by going back and looking at the massive pile up on lap 1 that we missed. Because I figure Byron wants to see that. I've got the replay, so we might as well use it.
I actually closed out of Parsec, so I will rejoin.
Well, rejoin the Parsec.
Now selecting rejoin.
I see Byron. I have approved the Byron. All right.
Also, speaking of which, what's the channel name?
What's the what?
What's the channel name that you guys streaming from?
Oh, Neodread Gaming. There should be a link into the stream in the server to chat. Yes, there is. It's a giant mech is the thumbnail. So there you go. Because normally I do Mech Warrior stuff.
Oh my God, Adam Stewart has joined the chat.
Adam Stewart has joined, indeed. Adam, would you like to talk to the people, or are you just here for moral support?
Did you just want to hear the dulcet tones of my voice?
He has raised his hand. We're gonna have another interview. All right, thank you, Robert.
Yep, you're
Adam,
welcome.
Adam, you have the floor.
And I will bid my farewell. Bye for now.
We'll see you next week.
Hey guys, I just wanted to stop in, say hi, and thank you very much for doing the stream. Really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Next time I need you to run more guys off the road, though.
Well, he'll get in trouble for that.
No, he won't. I'll fix it.
We don't have the power we have at ESR.
I don't know. See, I don't have any proof of that. I'm still convinced that I can just lay the charisma on him.
Okay, so the accident apparently occurred around Mr. Linus Anderson. Let's get a good camera view here.
Linus is going to help them take out their garbage.
I guess that's probably the best view we got.
I guess, yeah. Unless we got we have a hard cam on turn 1.
We do not. At least not in the replay. Not in the replay, no.
Well.
And there's no beginning of lap 1 note, which is annoying.
Where are we going?
Oh, he's just trying to warm up his tires.
Oh, this is the warm-up lap.
Yeah, we're on the warm up.
I thought he was about to just pitch that thing into the wall.
Nah, he's just trying to get a little heat into the tires before the green flag drops.
Well, I mean, what they should do is just use hot water to get on the track, and then that would work out, right?
Okay, we can speed this up a little bit and get to where we're going. Okay, we're still very early in the lap. Through the laces we go, down to the heel, down to the toe, then to the heel. Okay, here we go. Everyone is bunched up, going too wide. Actually, I think it's going to be this car here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the stream hopefully can. The red and white Ferrari that's up ahead. I think that is going to be our dude.
Maybe. They're going 17 wide.
Yeah, Watkins Glen turn 1 can be quite messy because
Oh boy.
I think it's going to be. Oh, there we go. Linus gets turned sideways.
Maneuver.
Oh no, he's okay. So it's not him. Let's see here. Ah, it's Stone. Okay, I was right. It is this car here. Boom!
Oh boy.
Or no, it's not Stone. I need to go back to the Ferrari.
Have that kinetic response.
Parsons. Yeah, Parsons getting knocked sideways and boom!
Lord.
I do like that little Skechers Audi. I didn't see that like all race. He's like, yeah, fine. I'm gonna get going again. Who is it that hits him? I want to see how bad it is from behind. So we're looking for this McLaren. James Evans. Okay. Let's back it up. Okay.
Not the James Evans.
Boom. And here comes the pain.
Wall of death.
Well, that was what we missed on lap 1 in the live commentary.
To be fair, we had a sick helicopter cam, so I mean, kind of makes up for it a little bit.
Well, I mean, we could have got this in helicopter cam too. It's just we weren't looking at the right part of the. Generally speaking, I'm not looking at 29th place at the start of the race.
You're not wrong. I think we should have a hard rule from now on. We put if there's a hard cam on turn 1, looking back down the field, that's the camera angle we should have.
Yeah, I think unfortunately with the race room or the ACC race control thing that they hooked me up with, which is better by the way. It doesn't crash nearly as much as the base spectator tool, but it eliminates a lot of like the hard cams. It just doesn't have them. So
I mean that should be mandatory. Hard cam looking back down the field on corner 1 should be mandatory.
Indeed. Chat enjoyed the pain train. All right, everybody. That'll be the end of our stream. Thank you for tuning in. I guess I'll pimp some of my stuff, I guess. I stream over on YouTube, Twitch with this the same name, Neodread, over on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays are Super Mega Baseball night. Thursdays are Mech Warrior night. Usually it'll be Mech Warrior Online, or it'll be HBS Battletech, or it'll be Mech Warrior 5, or it'll be whatever. Last time it was Lords of Waterdeep, but that's not a normal stream item. It was just I had a headache and wanted to play the quietest game possible to not have a problem with it. So if you do want to have a look at there, check out there. There's also my MMA streams or MMA podcast stuff, Mio on MMA, which I'll put in the chat.
Mio on board. Bowls. Gross.
Anyways, also there's a Discord. Just ping me on Discord if you want to get in there. We do a fight simulator, which I don't know, Byron. Do you want to pimp the fight simulator? You want to?
Fight simulator is pretty good. Day 1, you have to fight me.
It's generally speaking suicide. Oh yeah, we haven't done you versus Gavin yet. We really probably should. Yeah. You should challenge Gavin.
Mike, let's sign off.
Okay. That is all. Hopefully we will be back on the ERA channel next week for Server 2 Action from Spa, which will be fun, I'm sure. and I will aim to have the liveries corrected for us. Anyways, that is all I got. Byron, your final words.
A tisket, a tasket. Let me put my biscuit in your basket.
And we are off.
I have to pee really bad. I'll be back.
Go pee.